You know, one of the things I like most about 3D printing is taking an idea and turning it into something you can actually hold. But what happens when the idea itself comes completely from artificial intelligence? That's exactly what we're going to find out today. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Printasaurus. I am Aaron, and Hyper3D has sponsored today's video. They have a new generation out. It is version 2.5, and we're going to check it out, see what it's all about. Hyper3D's newest release, Rodin Gen2.5. One of the biggest improvements is speed. Rodin Gen2.5 can now generate a model in as little as 4 seconds at approximately 1 million polygons, and then refine that same model all the way up to 10 million polygons for dramatically more geometric detail. They've also introduced the world's first 3D native 12K texture system. What that means is this leather backpack has an extreme amount of detail. You can see creases and everything. With this chair, you can see the fabric, the piping, the stitching, extremely high detail. And even with the human face, you can see the skin colorations and changes, the hair, everything high detail. All right, we've talked about some of the cool features. Now it's time to do our actual project and see how well Hyper3D's Rodin Gen 2.5 actually works. So let's go to hyper3d.ai. And once we are here, we are going to select our project file we're going to use. I did this in ChatGPT, so this entire project is AI generated. So we've got our logo there that we're going to play around with and see if we can turn into an actual thing. And I mentioned earlier that we have a couple of different modes. We have 5 modes to select from. We're going to take a look at that extremely high because we want to work with the new 12K texture and see what that's really all about. So we're going to go ahead and select that. And really all we have to do now is hit generate. You've got some presets that we can look at. So looking at that, you've got some micro enhancements you can do. You can do some creative changes where you get access to the prompt and all that good stuff, change details. So you've got some presets that you can set, but we're going to keep it general. We have Gen 2.5 selected. We have extremely high selected. Now we're just going to hit generate. So while this is loading, let's take a look at some of these files down here. So you've got a whole asset library of things that users have uploaded and created, and there are some very high detailed, some pretty cool stuff. So you do have access to some things if you didn't want to necessarily make them. Looks like they've got a decent library kind of going where you can select some things to print. All right, so we have our image generated. You can see here already the high level of detail, the leather-like qualities of T-Rex, like the scales and all that good stuff. Really high detail. We've got some spikes on the back. You've got like a 3D printer looking thing that was generated here on the side. And then you've got the other spool here. So all in all, really good detail. I'm just gonna roll with what we have and see what it turns out like. So all I'm going to do next is hit confirm. Now here is where you have that option to go 2 million, 10 million polygons to kind of up the quality here. I'm going to leave it at 2 million because I'm going to change it to 12K here in a second to see what that texture and everything looks like. So all we're going to do for now is hit confirm. And what that will do next is it will unlock the material section here. And then we'll be able to select our texture. So we'll be able to do that 12K texture, which is extremely high, or we could do low, we could do medium, we could do high. So you have a couple different options, but I really want to check out the latest and greatest that this Rodin 2.5 offers. So we have our dinosaur generated. Now we can do some material selection, which is where that native 12K texture is. So we're going to make that adjustment. Right now it's in high. So we'll just come down here right next to native, and we can do 12K, and then we're going to hit generate. All right, so now you can see that here's that 12K texture, and I mean, it's noticeable, like how much of a difference. When we zoom in here, we can see the level of detail on the teeth, the scales, on the dinosaur, the spikes and everything, even that printer that's over here on the side. And then now you can also see on the front here, we've got the Printasaurus and innovation layer by layer. It looks really, really good. So we are good to go here. We have our texture, everything selected. It was generated. So now we can come down to our pack, and here's where things get interesting. So we could do an object file, an STL. I'm going to end up doing an STL, and we could hit download, and then we would download this file and be able to upload it to whatever we're going to print with. But if you didn't want to do that and you wanted to take it a step further, you've got an option here as well to do 3D print ready. So when I click on that, we can actually do some color selection. You can do some different detailing things here, and like we can really up the level of detail, and we can go higher or lower on our colors. Whatever you wanted to do, you could do to really change this thing. So I'm not going to do that. I want just my STL, so I'm just going to select off of that. But it is an option, and you can download that and upload it straight to your slicer and have a multicolor print that is ready to go. So for us, we're going to do STL. So we're good to go here. We're going to do 12K, and we've got everything all lined up. This is our file again over here on the left, our preview, and we'll hit that download button. So we've spent a lot of time going over all of the features of Rodin Gen 2.5 and how we exported, or downloaded rather, the 12K texture. I'm excited to see what the end result looks like and actually print this thing. So we're going to take that STL file and we're going to upload it into our slicer, and we're going to hit print. So let's see what we get. So our print is done. I ended up scaling it up, and I was able to capture a bit more detail, use a 0.4 millimeter nozzle on this, and it looks really good. It looks just like what we created. Let me show you a close-up here of this thing. I'm impressed. I still have some supports. I need to do a little bit of cleanup. But to take this from a fully generated prompt and turn it into something I can hold here that is, you know, kind of channel related, with it being the Printasaurus, this thing turned out pretty good. I'm impressed. Hyper3D did a great job with their interface and everything, and the whole process from start to finish was pretty simple. We had a couple of options. We had some different texture modes or different levels of detail, from low, medium, high, and extremely high. Extremely high is the one that we took a look at today, and that's the one that offers that world's first 12K native texture, which is going to give you all of the fine details. Like, you can see all the scaling, and you can see all the detail and the teeth and the tongue. You can really see everything stand out. So this was a very detailed print, and I'm really happy with it. There is a link down below if you guys are interested in using it, so please check that out. Special thanks to Hyper3D for wanting to collaborate and do this video. I do think this is a good product, and I think you're going to be surprised what you end up with. So I'm Aaron. This is the Printasaurus. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.